Hello everyone, thanks for joining me today on the Moneybag 73 channel. As many of you know, the Mandela effect can create a situation where you are on a road that is quite lonely at times, with not many people to discuss things about as we continue through this process of awakening to how reality actually really happens. So I wanted to throw this out there as some food for thought, and hopefully we can have a discussion down below. But reality residue has become a big part of researching the Mandela effect, as many of you know. But over the past 3 years, I've had different thoughts on what it is and why it exists, and I just kind of want to do a video on it and see what some of you thought. Now, I recently asked one of my favorite channels over the past year, Merkaba Carpet, Tony up in Canada, his perspective on a lot of these things with the Mandela effect and the awakening and everything that's going on the past 5 years with people waking up and everything. I've really enjoyed his perspective on things. So I asked him his thoughts on reality residue, and this is what he had to say. So I wanted to share this, and then I'll just leave it there, and maybe we could have a discussion down below. So take charge, everyone. Go create the reality that you want. I will be speaking with all of you soon.
Moneybag 73 consciousness is spread across many parallel realities that span our spectrum of emotions, from low to high. We interact with others who share some spectrum of our state of being, thoughts/feelings/beliefs. 5D is a higher multi-D state of awareness beyond high vibe 4D, 3D plus time. Each parallel reality is static and all exist right now. It's consciousness that animates reality like light shining through a film strip. We shift through billions of realities, second. Our state of being pulls our consciousness across the timelines we buy into. When we hold enough compassion inside, we awaken to multi-D. This expands our spectrum of reality and we begin to see how the present changes the past. Our present state of being selects a scope of timelines that include past timelines that best add up to our preferred, chosen now state of being. In other words, we are choosing our past in the now, and it is no longer limited to a small linear type scope of timelines. People who wake up come into emotional balance. Emotional balance may require timelines where you didn't have an experience or the collective had different experiences. As such, some past timelines must change to match your state of being vibe. As such, again, we get a mixed bag of history, depending on your state of being today versus yesterday. There is nothing linear in reality unless we make or define it that way. Think circle for time and think fractal for changes across time, very similar, but one little change literally changes everything. One change means completely different timelines. Timelines are strict. Sally Fields is an unawakened scope of timelines for you and me, but to those who are not yet awake, Sally Field is an unawake scope of timelines. When we shift, what is really happening is our consciousness is selecting timelines that include different histories, mix and match histories, changes in our physical body and memories, etc. Collectives change all the time. People who died but are alive again. This is why it is so important to follow your passion ASAP. BC. We can now pull the timelines together to make it work. If we stay in fear, we hold on to those timelines. The idea is to live in the now doing what you love to do, but most of us are stuck in slave mentality and will miss this opportunity. The me's will calm down as we complete this big sorting and shifting and settle into a new scope of collective timelines. In short, expect all kinds of residues because history is selected in the now. Hard to understand, but everything is happening right now at different frequencies. Change your frequency and everything changes. This is the foundation of those who did miracles. Keep in mind that just because we see different histories, doesn't mean it isn't a very linear set of timelines for the unawakened. There are infinite timelines that hold infinite mixes of history. It's quantum. Also CERN, they have no unified field theory and they cannot change your timeline. We can only change our own timelines. If CERN was able to do what some believe, many countries would destroy it for security reasons or hijack it for control of everything. CERN hasn't even discovered the truth of particles yet. They are smashing protons. The real answers are in the quantum fields inside the atom that they haven't discovered yet. This is purely an awakening of conscious awareness. Jesus was so awake he had to teach in parables, similar issues to the blank stares when we talk about high stuff. Humanity is separating into many new collectives, timelines. Follow your passion like a child without expectation. This spectacular shift is open to the highest level you can reach with your state of being. After that, we settle into our new realities to learn more, but we stay awake when we die and go back awake. No more forgetting.